Good afternoon. My name is Sebastian, and I below will take you through my entrepreneurial learning experience with a specific focus on our ongoing land regenerative business class project that my classmate Jennifer and I designed. We began by being moved by the extreme emergency of Nigeria's Niger Delta oil pollution, ravaging water, land, and life of our millions. We set out to boil down this decisive topic to its essence and proof of concept business model that in theory could attempt to demonstrate actual regenerative capacity, if only in theory. We started big. We attempted to heal water and land pollution, and hope and labor, but our earlier tries at business ideas were all over the map. At first, our first pitch and some blunt mentor feedback, we understood we needed additional assumption testing and research. That feedback was enlightening. We understood that we not simply need to grasp the marketplace, but ongoing lens people's daily life. Then we divided further into research, recording farmers and fishers' lives from what we could actually search online, and identifying what regenerative value would be there. We were aware of its ills, filthy water, disease, land loss, and desertation, but we also were aware of the potential goods like cleanup potential, renewed natural landscape, and new employment and community resilience. We used a lean startup strategy, targeting our minimum viable product low cost, simple, clean water kit based on bioremediation. Our intentions were not to develop a market product, but to demonstrate through our class prototype that this has the potential to be a business. This attitude prevented us to feeling the need for perfection and highlighting learning and feedback as our priorities. We also wanted our solution to be adaptive, resilient, and restorative, like life's nature system. Bioremediation was the closest fit to this philosophy, but with a constant consideration of how it could be the best presented as a sustainable business model to the people. Jennifer and I became more structured as this final seminar approached. We split tasks according to skill set. Jennifer created technical design and I refined our pitch narrative. We practiced together so that we could communicate the problem, solution, and why it was important, not to the world, but to the people's lives. We wrote down responses to the actual impact questions, even though our prototype was still proof of a concept. On seminar day, we were ready. Our model was visually represented what bioremediation had done before and after. We had a solid pitch and we were ready for questions. I think that the fact we're able to overcome initial stammers and presented a united front speak volumes about how we actually work functional as a team under pressure. Now, the skills I developed, it was a highly educational project, although our prototype never saw the light of day outside the classroom. Actually, Linux startup mentality uh, helped me learn to prioritize where truly matters despite limited resources. I learned to empathize with stakeholders, get comfortable with ambiguity, and communicate effectively when under pressure. I also learned about ecological, social, economic measures being interconnected and good regeneration being about restoring all three. What I do differently, if I were to do this project again, I would be more concerned about with how to conduct community service than with the product development. Instead of being interested in the bioremediation kit itself, it will be in the business of educating, empowering local citizens to be water quality ambassadors. And I would employ workshops and collaborations with NGOs and schools, replacing kit sales with the sale of knowledge and skills. I believe that this empowerment model can lead to more outreach and alternative sources of revenue. What would I bring to a company? My CEO requested that I inform them what I could bring to their sustainability or regenerative efforts. I would say maybe I'm not a harm reducer alone. I've characterized sustainability as a value regenerating to the environment, society, and economy. I've got experience with prototyping rapid business, co-designing with society, and business model design to attain a net positive result. Above all, I'm dedicated to applying regenerative principles to the whole business. Now, am I more capable? Yes, indefinitely. The course made me understand what regenerative innovation entails. I used to think that sustainability is less bad. Now I think it's an entrepreneurial vision. How do we create businesses that regenerate people and ecosystems? I'm also feeling more confident about talking about inclusion as a core business practice. Now define regenerative and venture. How I see regenerative sustainable innovation and creating a product or service that don't harm but heal and nurture natural and societal systems. A regenerative business is a company that seeks to make society a world and the world a better place, not just causing the harm, but doing good. What I learned and about suicidal change and my style. I discovered suicidal change to be a collaborative and patient process, rarely one dramatic epiphany, but rather than a series of a lot thoughtful decisions. Change is achieved when a team of multiple disciplines, even small ones like our own, unite behind a common cause. My style of making change is questioning and collaborative, prefer to ask questions, synthesize ideas, and act on the face of uncertainty. What drives my passion? Climate change is the most exciting to me because it cuts across so many boundaries. Although I'm very committed to the equity and inclusion, this course systemized me more, and now I feel ready to transition into a position where regeneration, inclusion, and sustainability are at the forefront. Thank you very much. I hope you liked hearing what I learned on this course. Thank you very much. Have a great night.